It is January 23rd, 2025, day 16, since Cookie has passed away. We got Cookie May 7th, 2022, at about 8 weeks old, and early in his life he was diagnosed with a heart murmur. In December 2024, we found him laying on the Christmas tree with weight loss, lethargy, didn't eat, didn't drink, yellowing, pale gums, wouldn't purr or anything. So we took him to an ER the next day. They said they weren't sure what was wrong, but all of his medical levels were as bad as they could be while he was still capable of being alive. It was a miracle he was alive. They started him on 0.4 milliliters of doxycycline and 5 milligrams of prednisolone twice a day every 12 hours. He was sent home with his meds. For 5 weeks, Cookie improved. January 7th, 2025, in the morning, he went for a vet appointment where the only concern they had was that his CBC wasn't as high as they wanted. It was at 26%. They wanted it at 30%. But they said otherwise he was good. He was sent home. About an hour or two later, I woke up, got ready, gave him a quick kiss, and I said, "I'll be back, Cookie." And then I left at 12:20. I got back at about 3:50. Came upstairs and I found Cookie on my brother's bed, struggling to breathe with his mouth open. So we rushed him to another ER that same day. They said he was in heart failure, that they theorized it was Evans syndrome, that he probably had a weak heart from birth, and that the medicine just made it worse. And with everything going on, they suggested that it was time to talk about putting him to sleep. It was ultimately my choice. I could have hospitalized him and seen what could have happened, but January 7th, 2025, 8 p.m., I made the choice to put Cookie to sleep. I, of course, asked him if he was ready. The choice had been made, but I stayed with him until I thought he was ready. I didn't want to take even a second from him. And so whenever I asked Cookie, while he was laying there, hooked up to oxygen and had a tube connected to his leg for when they were going to administer the dose, I asked him, "Are you ready to go? Are you gonna be okay? Are you ready to go, Cookie?" And you know what he did? He looked at the lights. He didn't look at me. He looked at me when I asked him, and then he would look up at the lights in the room and look around at the lights. And so I took that as a sign that he was ready to go. I mean, it's not like, as far as we're aware, cats are on the same intelligence length as us or share our beliefs, so to me that was a sign that perhaps he was looking beyond them at something else. Because the whole time he was in that room, he didn't look at the lights at all. He only looked when I asked him. A couple of days later, I spoke to his vet, his primary care vet, and about what happened and everything and her thoughts. She doesn't think it was Evans syndrome. She wants to test some of the other cats for vector-borne illnesses as a precaution, in case whatever he had may have been given or transmissible by fleas, which we do have a flea problem. She still isn't sure what happened. That's the big piece of the puzzle that's missing is, what was it? What happened? What caused Cookie to deteriorate so much? And then how come once he was on the medicine, he stagnated? That's what confused her. She said that he should have kept getting better, that his CBC should not have been at 26%, that it should have kept going up, and so that's what causes all the confusion now about what took him in the end. I mean, we know it was she said she wasn't sure. She looked at his records and everything from the other hospital, and she said what killed him was either a blood clot or heart disease. If it was a blood clot, she said there was nothing anyone on the planet could do about it. I could walk into any hospital on Earth with $1 million, and there's just nothing. As for heart disease, she said the optimistic outlook for cats with heart disease is a year. Though it's more likely to be a couple of months, if it works at all. And that he would have to be on several medications the whole time, with constant vet appointments, and from my own research, it looked like even fluid drainage could be a possible necessity. She said that cats don't seem too happy when they have heart disease, which nowadays I infer to mean that they're miserable, and I think she just wanted to say it in a kinder way. So that's the backstory on Cookie. For those keeping track, then you would know he was about 2 years and 10 months old. Yeah, just a little baby boy. My baby boy. My sweet, sweet baby boy. Oh, he was the kindest kitty you could ever meet. I guess it's for updates. Back to work today. It was alright. It was just work, you know. Putting price tags on things and putting them on a shelf. It's only fun for so long. But money's money. I did, some friends of mine at another store. I told them that I was gonna come in and look for some candles and stuff for Cookie for when I built his altar. And they had a gift for me. I came in today to go say hi to everyone at that store, and they gave me this. And to clarify, I always clarify if it gets shown. Clean. It's clean. When I was sorting through my dresser a while ago, I just put it on the floor because it's old, worn down clothing I had to get rid of. So I was putting it there just to get it out of the way so I wouldn't mix it up with the clothing I wanted to keep. But Cookie liked to sit there. He started sitting on it. So I just left it for him. And it's been difficult working up the ability to throw it all away now that it's one of the few places I have left of as a trace of Cookie, you know. But the contents, it's kind of like a witchy store that those friends work at. They got this incense holder for his altar. I put the incense stick right in the little hole there. And they got some crystals. Let's see, I have the list on my computer because I was telling another friend about it. White howlite for grief and calm mind. This is Dragon's Bloodstone. It's for handling emotions that come from sadness, and it's for strength and grounding. This is Black Obsidian. It's for protection, grounding, and stress relief. And this is Selenite, which is for cleansing and charging other crystals. So that's why I guess they're all together. And this is just a little candle. Just a blue candle. I was told the selenite's very fragile. So when I make this altar, I was probably going to keep it like this, without this part in it. I was going to have this separate so I can use it for the incense, but I'm going to have the box open and put some of the mementos in it. I'll have to go back sometime and pick up some incense and more candles and stuff. I very much appreciate them and that they did that for me. It's nice to know that I feel like a lot of people just see the bad in the world, but even though I don't know some of them at that store all that well, they still went through all the effort to put that together for me, knowing about what happened. I appreciate all of them. They're all very nice people. And I'm glad to be in the working area with them. A friend of mine also said that she was going to pick up some stuff for Cookie's altar, so I guess Cookie's going to have this magnificent altar, and I'm going to have to make sure that it looks absolutely perfect. I'll have to get some containers and stuff too, just to make sure that any candles I have don't drip on anything. I plan to, with like an altar, they usually like a big cloth over it, and so I plan to use his blanket for that. Just so that way he can always be resting on his favorite blanket. Because he loved that blanket so much. It was his go-to blanket. In bed, with the blanket. Sitting on my lap, with the blanket. He loved that blanket. And I'm going to hold on to it forever. And there's going to be a lot of problems if someone tries to take it from me. A lot of problems. I guess as an update for Lucy, for stress and all. I put the sheet on the bed finally. Here she is. Hi, Lucy. She seems to be a little more affectionate. Yeah. So I think it's working a little bit. It may take some more time for it to fully kick in, considering it's still relatively new. I think it's just now, maybe like a couple hours ago. It's been 24 hours since it's been plugged in. I don't know how long it takes to kind of settle. Yeah, she seems to be doing a little better. She was actually sitting with me a little bit ago until she suddenly did the 180 thing where she's all cuddly and snuggly like this, and then she suddenly hissing at me and telling me to back off. Yeah. Isn't that right, Lucy? I do still plan to get her to a vet just to get her checked out. Because who knows, maybe there's something that's making her uncomfortable or causing her pain, and that's what causes her to react that way when it flares up. Yeah. That's really all there is. I guess my classes start soonish for college. Back to learning things. That's about it. That's all I got, really. I guess I'll end this with a message for Cookie, as always. Hey, Cookie. Hi, Minnie Moo. How's my special little boy doing? I hope everything's treating you well on that side of the Rainbow Bridge. I hope your journey has been peaceful and relaxing. And I hope you have everything you need over there, and everything you want. And I'd give you the world if I could. You deserve the world. You deserve the world and more. And I hope you have blankets and toys and food and pets and cuddles and kisses and comfy places to sleep. I hope you have lots of company, lots of nice caretakers and other furry friends there. I hope you're happy. And I hope you're resting peacefully. Someday I'll be over there with you. So just make sure to show me all your favorite things, alright? I look forward to being able to hug and kiss you again, my little boy. And I hope you know you're a good boy. You're the goodest boy. Yeah, you're a good boy. Such a good boy. The kindest cat I've ever met in my life. The sweetest, the comfiest, the most affectionate. You had a heart full of love, made of gold. You were truly perfect, and I guess that's why the world decided to take you. You were too perfect. You were robbed of a long life. And I'm sorry for that. You should have gotten to live until 15 or even older. But I'll make sure that my journey in life isn't boring, so while you experience it through me, you'll get the thrill too. I hope you know you always have a place here. In my heart and in my world. No matter who I am or what's going on, there's going to be a place for Cookie. And I hope you visit sometime. I'd like to see you again. A nice little dream where I get to pet you would be nice. I love you 3000. I love you to the moon and back. I love you with all those phrases and sayings and more. I love you so much that words can't even put it into a description because the words wouldn't do it justice. I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. I love you with all of my heart and everything that I am and ever will be and ever have been, Cookie. I miss you so much, Minnie Moo. I love you, Cookie.